Alok, welcome again. Thank you so much for your time. And this will be more of a discussion-oriented thing rather than a Q&A. Uh, I mean, you have a huge experience, extensive experience in designing innovative service policies, strategies around customer service, customer experience. Can you share how you are leveraging CX strategies to enhance customer acquisition and retention? Some of the most revenue-facing elements of the CX. And what are some of the key metrics you think you will consider when you are to measure success in this area?
Perfect. Thank you so much, Mridul, for this discussion. First of all, uh, to your question, there are two elements to it. One is customer acquisition, second is a customer retention, and CX is a vertical which has joints with both the circles. Now, I mean, over a period of time, the definition or the horizon of customer experience has, seen a uh, widespread across touch basing, limited to just dial a call 1800 number or toll free number, and customer going through their some of the issues, concerns, etc. And customer service or customer experience was limited to that portfolio itself. Now it's no more. Reason being, the thought process or the visionary thought is that over a period of time, and it may happen in a year or maybe in a decade's time, the product differentiator will be eliminated. And when I say that, all the organization would be able to offer similar products and maybe on a similar price point, right? That's exactly where the customer has the choice or power to choose whom they want to go with. And the only organizations who will survive is based on the customer experience, right? So let's assume you are going for a vegetable shopping. You see each and every cart selling the same sort of vegetables with the same price, right? But the connect, the experience which delights the entire ecosystem, anyone will go and choose that itself. Having said that, yes, uh, customer retention, that's where customer has already trusted an organization, right? So there is a combination or amalgamation of the purpose and the people. Now the purpose is that, okay, why does TVS exist? Because we want to be a choice of mobility solution partner to all the customers. That's the purpose. And there are people who are the customers who are already there, who have been associated with TVS as a brand and been a part of this purpose. So that's where the customer retention becomes the utmost priority for any organization. uh, how we do it or what are the strategies around it is that, one, be available for your customers wherever they are. Having said that, right now there are so many channels of support, there are so many apps that have come, and customer has that uh, voice that he or she can go anywhere.
Right.
Right now, to the scale of this, anybody, even on a YouTube, if puts something pertaining to TVS, as a TVS we have an ability to detect that what customer is saying,
Right.
and in today's time we are reaching back to the customer in less than 7 minutes, be it anywhere, right?
Right.
So customer at the midnight also for the TVS would not have to wait more than 7 minutes anywhere. The choice of platform or choice of power, how customer wants to communicate, is in the
That's
customer's
incredible.
hand,
That is incredible.
right?
Yeah.
So this also tightens up to my one of the KPI, which is that what is my average wait time for me to cater to the customer whenever customer wants to look out for me.
And that is across multiple channels.
Yes, right. That is across the channels. Now
Right.
this is one of the metric, and similarly, the another retention metrics, if I have to refer to, is one, how long or how frequently I'm keeping customer engaged, right? Now TVS is, it's not only about selling the vehicles. The partnership begins from when customer hears TVS as a brand till the time customer owns the vehicle. After that also, the post care of the vehicle, that is also something very important. Let's talk about the roadside assistance as well. So roadside assistance is a fantastic program which is like you're stuck somewhere and we are there to rescue you, right? So there are multiple different metrics under the umbrella of CX, which represents the customer retention. One, I spoke about, average wait time. The second is an NPS. We capture the NPS at all the touch points of the customers. It's not only that, okay, when customer has an issue and then only we check the experience. No, even when customer wants to avail a roadside assistance, from the time customer has requested the roadside assistance to what time there was somebody at customer's place available and helping the customer, that is also one of the SLA, and which rolls up to the customer retention, because that is the aftercare services what we provide to our customers.
Right.
That's about the customer retention.
Right.
Talking about the customer acquisition, it's simply about anyone in an continent, or rather, let's talk about India, who has crossed the legal limit to ride the two wheeler or drive the vehicle, is the potential customer in India. That's the potentiality what customer has, right? So here there are multiple approaches or strategies. What we had put across is that what is the sort of experience that you give to the customer when he or she is looking for it. Let's talk about the EV for a matter of fact. TVS iQube is the second highest sold vehicle in this year, right? And why were we able to achieve it? Number one, we know the audience. We build our products to the customer's needs, and that is the feedback mechanism, or that is how strong our VOC funnel is. When
Right.
any existing customer faces an issue, or if any customer has any precise demands, everything goes into the funnel and we cater to the customer's needs, and that is why we are relevant to the customers, and which is a
Correct.
key
Correct.
point in order to uplift the customer acquisition.
Right.
So these are some of the strategies around customer acquisition and retention, along with one of few of the KPIs which I just cited out while sharing an example.
That's absolutely. I think you're right that going forward, the only differentiator will be CX, and
Yes.
uh, and that is where most organizations who are leading the CX will be able to deliver greater value to their customers.
Yes.
Uh, Another thing which comes from the point of customer acquisition and customer retention is that in the automotive sector, the customer journey,
Uh-huh.
especially in India, is quite complex.
Uh-huh.
It's unlike in a probably in a D2C world where it is very smooth, or maybe in any other purchase situation, it is little smoother. But in an automotive sector, it is quite complex. Also, the multiple touch points which are there as part of the journey, some of them are directly not in the hands of the supplier, and there is a lot of intervention coming from the dealers, distributors, and their teams, etc., etc. Now, when a customer experience delivered the sum total of experiences the person has at every touch point of the customer journey, can you walk us through some example where you have re-engineered this customer journey to address the pain points so as to deliver a seamless and best-in-class experience?
Okay. Certainly, and this is absolutely I wanted to touch base upon once during our conversation. Thanks, you brought it up. Uh, so let me tell you something about the customer journey as an inception, right? Any organization or any OEMs for that matter, or it can be a simple process of making a Maggie, right? There is a certain process which needs to be followed, which can be referred as an SOP or customer journey also. Similarly, wherever customers are there, and none of the business runs without the customer. Having said that, building the customer journey or robust customer journey was one of the key metric, or rather I would say project on our long range plans. What is it being termed as in TVS was picked up. There were a total of good 146 solutions which was brought out, and customer journey was the hot topic, or redefining the customer journey, was a hot topic which was picked up. So just to give you a quick example that how it was done in a TVS, one, maybe TVS would be the only organization which has a independent CX design team, right? And when I refer to the
Okay.
CX design team, it's complete customer experience design team, which dedicatedly works on creating the customer journey, putting the layout to it, create or develop the SOP, work with the different stakeholders, which also includes the internal stakeholders as well as the external stakeholders, as you quote, salesmen, dealerships, dealer staff, etc. Right? And this journey has been phased out into three different parts, which is, for an example, shop by own. So shop is when the customer is in exploration stage, right?
Right.
And the journey ends at the moment customer walks in and takes the test ride, followed
Right.
by where till the time the booking amount has been received, it's still buy, and own is that when the payment is done and vehicle has been delivered. So these are the three major segments where the customer journey has been distributed into three phases, and each phase has its example. If you have taken the test ride and within 15 to 30 days you don't turn up to the showroom or do not buy the vehicle, what is an action that needs to be initiated? Along with that, out of 100, what, how many actions have been initiated, and what is the success rate based on the thresholds, what which has been derived through the historical benchmarking. Now, this is one. These are the micro KPIs which roll up to the overall KPI of an NPS. That what is a buying experience. So right now, if my buying experience, which is a sum total of test ride, uh, vehicle exploration, uh, s- uh, even the vehicle, sorry, website load time. This is also one of the metrics. So all these different metrics or micro KPIs put together, there is one key KPI which is a buying experience or a buying NPS
Right.
that has
Right.
a threshold, and all the teams are aligned and working backwards in order to meet that metric. So everything, or most of the things, we have tried to capture it with the number which can be quantified, and where we can rate ourselves that how are we delivering on a scale of 1 to 10.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Yes, I think that is really good because uh, when you quantify the impact, then the chances that you improve are fairly high, and then you know what is it that you need to change. Uh, I cannot stop myself from asking this question because AI is the buzzword and everybody is talking
Yes.
about AI. As a CX leader,
Mhm.
uh, how do you think AI is going to reshape CX? And to what extent are you already using or have plans to implement CX? Sorry, AI as part of the CX delivery mechanism.
Absolutely. And I just would like to start this with small correction. What I have adopted as a definition for an AI. AI is no more a buzzword, and that is actual intelligence, is what I feel in my mindset, or I introspect that. Why? I'll certainly talk few points about it. One, right now, even the best people on the earth, though we are trying to achieve lot many things or deliverables through artificial intelligence, but we still do not know the exact power of artificial intelligence. It is not even fair to say that AI is in incubation. It may be a step below that as well, what we are seeing right now, and it itself fancies everyone to just go ahead and do that and implement it. Now, AI or artificial intelligence would certainly be really very helpful, not only for CX, but it will keep revolving around the customer experience, because AI is all about an experience. Just today only, I was going through some American company where AI can also go bizarre, because there are people who have put the thought process in order to design the artificial intelligence, right? So I was just today, and just to share an example, what I was going through one of the article where AI chatbot was deployed in order to enhance customer experience. The bot says it identifies as a virtual agent, asks customer something on the question that put your question. Uh, I am not able to answer, and customer has just put, I got scammed. And as auto response, it says great, right? And this was so bizarre, and determines the entire experience that okay, it is not intelligent as well. Now, sorry, this was a little bit of storytelling which I did, but on the same note, artificial intelligence is, if uh, been chosen rightly at a right time and where you want an AI to be there, uh, it will work wonderful. But as a CX leader or CX strategist, one need to think about the phygital solution, right? Because human as an element is the best soft corner. Let's say any of the customer who is agitated by hearing only one answer from AI, there may be a situation where an organization is not able to resolve customers issue and may take time which is more than required.
Right.
Plugging in intelligence or virtual agent would not be right set of solution, because that's where a human sentiments, emotions, and the empathy gets conveyed when human interacts with any other human, right?
Right.
So
Right.
creating the right amalgamation of the frameworks where to use the AI use cases is really very important from the CX strategy point of view. Few parameters can be prioritized. One is the time which it requires in order to answer any of the query. Second, what is the efficacy of the bot delivery,
Correct.
right? That is one QA which needs to be developed. The third uh, is it able to answer customers question, right? And does the AI understand what customer wants to ask? uh, Precisely for India, it is really very uh, complex, because we are the diverse nation. Though
Right.
majority of the population is now familiar with the English, but the spelling accuracy and grammatical accuracy is something which is still below the bar, and also should not be missing out on the regional aspect.
Right.
It's not only English as one language, and second language which in India has like 80 plus, or I don't know, I may be missing the count, right? To to bring that knowledge into the AI or train the bot is a humongous task. I mean, accuracy in English after like 7 8 years of training the bot, so many development. Even now, the English itself, the accuracy keeps on hovering around 80 to 83%. So let's say we are still way far. But yeah, from the design, from the strategy, and from the deployment standpoint, yes, right framework to understand what are the use cases, followed by the box of that. Yes, does AI fit in here or not, and create the dynamic flows, which certainly gives a feeling of talking with human as well. At times, the static flows do not work, or it would not work. I, as a person, would not love to see the same message being sent to me repetitively. It
Right.
also needs to be different as per how I talk to the customer and the emotional understanding. So these are few boxes which are still under the learning process on the NLPs and
Right.
LLMs as well.
Yeah, these are all evolving things, and
Yes.
why I say that it is a buzzword is because in India the whole discussion around AI is
And it is
around.
going to be, yeah, in that sense I am a million percent in an agreement with
No,
you.
but there is a challenge. The issue is that in India everybody talks about agentic AI and conversation AI. AI is much beyond that.
Yes.
Probably we are so much. The whole India has become such a big back office. We talk about that only. We don't talk about the
Exactly.
other elements. So how AI can start doing defect mapping,
Mm.
how AI can do predictive maintenance in an
Yes.
automotive sector, how AI can look at more fuel efficient engines and technologies.
Right.
Those are the things, how AI can, have more adaptive suspensions. Those
Hmm.
are the areas where the discussion is not happening in India, unfortunately. The whole discussion, when we talk about, because these are all focusing on CX, right?
Yes.
Ultimately, they contribute to the CX, but unfortunately, the discussion is only around conversation, chatbots, agentic AI.
That's right.
Anyways, um,
That's absolutely. But I just would want to, build up on something what you said, just to bring some light into how TVS also does it. While I gave majority of examples on the customer facing or the CX front, but TVS has a dedicated research and development team, right? Now there is a process of data collection also in order to understand the vehicle performances. TVS is the first one in India to go ahead and launch the two-wheelers with the telematics. Now, this telematics is considering all the data like fuel efficiency for a matter. What is fuel efficiency doesn't always has to do with the vehicle performance. It also has to
right.
do with something with the load what you carry on the vehicle,
Absolutely, absolutely. And that's the
right?
real
How
additions. I
effectively
mean,
that happens precisely for EV, it is going to be super revolutionary.
exactly. And these are the things where companies like TVS are doing some great work
Yes.
and fantastic. Okay, coming back to you, you also had the customer delight at
Mhm.
CX COE. Uh,
Yes.
as a leader there, what practices you prioritize and what kind of how are you trying to build the culture of customer centricity within the COE which you had?
Right. With the Center of Excellence and COE, just to use the abbreviation, uh, in TVS, customer obsession is one of the key values what as an organization has to be or is being assimilated within all the employees of TVSM. So customer comes first is a thought process when you're designing anything, when you're improving anything, and where you have to maintain anything what you're doing.
Right, right,
uh, in Center of Excellence, what we do is that we try to number one, improvise or increase slash I can put it across as a uh, how digitally acquired retail can be increased, right? Through digital and AI, how can I contribute to the organization in order to generate more retails? That is one of the larger KPI which digital and AI, that's where CX rolls up in TVS, is the main focus. That's number one. Second, uh, talking about uh, not only digital, but uh, on a I'm so sorry, I'm just missing out my chain of thought here.
no,
But
no,
yeah, just we'll move backwards or take a step back on digitally acquired leads. That through website, how much leads can I generate, which is vis-a-vis better than the walk-in leads, and how effectively the conversion on the all the leads which have been supplied through multiple funnels. Now, talking about one of the AI use case or proof of concept, what we are working is that from website as a source, whatever leads which are coming, we are in-house developing a lead classification engine which talks about, based on the customer's history, customer's persona, which customer is more likely to buy the vehicle within 15 days of time, and qualifying those leads into those segments,
correct,
which in
correct,
turn goes to the dealership, gets plugged into the customer journey to one of the journey points, and from there it has been tracked to the conversion. So this is one of the
right,
project which we are working. Similarly, having different POCs which are the proof of concepts, right? Within the Center of Excellence, as a TVS, we work in a safe, agile way of working, right? So the organizational working rhythm also gets maintained into the agile squad itself, and there are multiple squads which are formed within TVS to keep working on such projects. So cultivating or widespreading the culture of doing more proof of concepts is something which has been TVS way of working, and helps CX or Center of Excellence to keep uh, the roadmap ready for any further developments. Uh,
Right.
if you ask me right now, under the vision of Reimagine 2030, the roadmap till 2030 is already built up for TVS, that what we are going to do. And as and when on a quarterly basis we keep getting or keep observing new findings, that also gets added into the roadmap. So that is how it is being done
That
in
is why
TVS.
organizations like TVS, they are so forward-looking, and they are so structured, and that is probably their
Yes.
power. That is their strength. And that is why they are able to deliver uh, not just good products but also good experience. Uh, my last question to you would
Absolutely.
be, I mean, looking ahead, what do you see are the biggest trends or opportunities that are shaping the future of CX in the automotive industry?
Uh, Talking about the threats or opportunities, one
Trends,
threat,
not
what
threats, basically trends and opportunities.
traits? Okay, I'm so sorry, I misheard
No,
it.
no, no, no problem.
One of the trait.
Which are the biggest trends and what opportunities you see out of them?
Okay, so one of the opportunity I would put across is that uh, start learning about the new technology and adapting that as a practice within an individual, right?
Right,
Uh, Automotive is an industry which I believe is not that well regarded in India. And then let's be honest about it. Compared to banking as a sector, or can be e-commerce as a sector, right? So that is a paradigm shift which needs to be brought in, and is one of the opportunity that these word spread needs to be really very loud. Uh, some fun fact about Indian manufacturers or automotive industry: majority of two-wheeler uh, or two-wheeler plus three-wheeler export is happening from India. If you talk about TVS is the fourth largest vehicle manufacturer in India, which is not only limited to two-wheelers in India. It's the two-wheeler plus three-wheeler, and planning to develop the whole line of mobility solutions. So this industry is something which is always expanding. Uh, the key trait would be going global, and in my introspections, lot many Indian two-wheeler brands over a period of time can become Volkswagen Group of the world. So that is something what is anticipated out of trades and becoming the giants. Obviously, opportunities, as I mentioned, that adapting the new technology, that is something which is one of the opportunity, and that's why the function like DNA or digital and AI within the automotive as an industry is something which is required. uh, the adoption of the ecosystem, or still uh, the best services in my eyes are not yet at par within tier 2 or tier 3 networks, which needs to change.
right,
uh, with uh, uh, the vision of Mr. Nitin Gadkari, lot many changes are happening in a transport as a sector.
right.
So a new revolution would really very soon follow some good guidelines as well, and certainly, yeah, I mean, otherwise I do not see any other opportunities, like the experience what you get when you walk into let's say Harley showroom in US. The experience is far better in India if you walk into any of the two-wheeler manufacturer showroom. That's
Absolutely,
that's
absolutely.
the state of it.
Yeah. That on that very, very positive note, I would like to thank you again for Alok for your time and for some really, really thought-provoking discussion. Some great ideas and some great thoughts, which you as an individual are contributing to one of the most respected brands in India, uh,
Hmm.
Indian brands, if I can say that. And I think that's the power. So
Yeah.
thank you once again. But thank you so much for your time and thank you for sharing your thoughts.